We all want to be prosperous. We all want to be healthy. We want everybody to succeed. We want people to reach their potential in their lives. Now, liberals and conservatives are going to disagree with one another on that. No problem. That's what this is all about. So let's have a battle of ideas. Let's have a contest of whose ideas are better and why our ideas are better.
So that was a clip from a newly released web video that was put out by House Speaker Paul Ryan's office. So it's raising some eyebrows around Washington because it kind of has the feel of a campaign ad. They say that's not the case at all, but it does have some wondering whether Speaker Ryan may be positioning himself to jump into the presidential fray just in case this thing, which has been messy all along, right, gets messier. Joining me now, former Massachusetts Senator Scott Brown, a Trump supporter. Senator, welcome. Good to see you here this morning.
Thank you. Thank you, Martha. Great to be on.
So,
thank you.
You know, I mean, we didn't play the very top of that, but he's clearly addressing the issue of the presidential election in the beginning of that campaign, not campaign, that web release video. What do you think about that?
It was a little unusual. You know, obviously, if it was done by anybody else than Speaker Ryan, it would not raise any eyebrows, but the fact that it's done by the Speaker of the House, who's been rumored and has the support of the prior Speaker to run for president or be inserted in the convention, probably a little bit, you have to pay a little bit more attention. He says it's nothing to do with politics, he's not running, he doesn't want the job, and I'll take him at his word. And if he thinks he's going to be like parachuted into the convention and all these people are going to support him, it's never going to happen.
Well, that may be, but let's take a look at some of these numbers, which are pretty rough, that just came out in this AP poll, and they address this question. People say they definitely would vote for, and it has Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump, and Ted Cruz, and those numbers range from 10% for Ted Cruz, 24% for Hillary Clinton, and your candidate Donald Trump gets 16%, saying, oh yeah, I would definitely vote for him. Let's go to definitely would not vote for. Hillary Clinton, 49%. Donald Trump, 63%. Ted Cruz, 55%. Senator, these numbers are abysmal.
Yeah, and I'm surprised you didn't put Kasich in there, whose numbers are very similar, and I'm not sure what Bernie's are. But yeah, it's been a fascinating process, Martha, as you know, and the rallying cry for Republicans when you talk about unity is going to be one thing, and the name is Hillary Clinton. If she's the nominee, which I believe she will be, she'll be very damaged. And for somebody who's not trustworthy and people don't like and really is out of touch with the average American, the rallying cry for unifying the Republican Party will be Hillary Clinton. So I think you'll see a lot of those numbers change.
So when you look at the convention scenario, though, yesterday we did a segment on the 1976 convention when Ronald Reagan put his name in and wanted to be the nominee. Gerald Ford was the sitting president at the time, of course. And, you know, but we know how that turned out, right? Ronald Reagan did not secure the nomination that time around, but he put himself on the map in a huge way. He had a concession speech that just rung in everyone's minds and really changed the trajectory of his political career. Do you think that Paul Ryan might be thinking, you know, with those kind of numbers, if I show up, either I can get it this time around, or I can certainly plant my flag and make my case. If Hillary Clinton wins, then I come out of it, you know, looking pretty good.
Yeah, I'd be shocked if that happens. From what I'm hearing, I just hosted a radio show and had Reince Priebus on, and we talked about the rules, talked about the numbers, talked about what the process is. And, you know, I'm confident. Right now, the rules, when they're writing them, it's going to be by Trump and Cruz supporters. And if Trump has the majority, then he's going to have the majority of people in those sessions dealing with making the rules for this convention. And those rules are not going to allow for somebody like an outsider, whether it's Mitt Romney, whether it's Paul Ryan, to come in and hijack the convention. I believe we'll have one of those two people will be the nominee. And if, in fact, one does not win, they don't want to unite, then you're giving up the ambassadors, the cabinet positions, the secretaries, the judicial positions, potentially the deciding vote in the U.S. Senate when the vice president comes marching in his white horse to stop that tie vote. If you want to give all that up, then don't unite. If you want to have it and reestablish who we are as Americans and push back as what this president does, then you have to unite. It's pretty simple.
I hear what you're saying, and I know you think Donald Trump is the best person to do that, and you're supporting him. What does he need to do to get this campaign in a place where he's going to start to increase his numbers and unify the party?
Well, first of all, I said I'll support anybody who's the nominee because that's who I am as a Republican and as an American. I want to change the direction of our country. If it's Ted Cruz or Kasich, hey, I'm with him. That being said, right now I'm supporting Donald Trump because I think he brings the best option. He's doing something right now by hiring additional staff members, people who actually understand the process, who can go and secure the delegates at the convention, who know the inside, kind of baseball stuff of the convention. So that's important, number one. Putting out policy speeches, I think, is very important right now, whether it's on Supreme Court, foreign policy, immigration, border security, addressing a lot of the things that he's commented on during this process, and I believe he's going to be doing that. And once again, this process, while kind of there's a lot of vitriol and people are battling, maybe I'm naive, I hope not, I'm a glass half full guy, but I believe that they will ultimately get together, and that's going to start by really that rallying cry of Hillary Clinton's the nominee, folks, here's your choice, take it or leave it. And I think people will ultimately get together, maybe hold their noses for any of the candidates, but they'll ultimately see that we need to move forward united.
Glass half full guy. Thank you for being here. Senator, thank you very much.